Hi all, just got a letter from the ECF, an email, and I think my grade next year is based on these results. So this is opening up the spreadsheet, well the Google document, sorry. So I played for 3 clubs this year. John called Knights only once, which I lost. That was a bit of an unfortunate game. But anyway, British Championship from last year, I did alright overall I think. But I lost to Garnet in the first round, a bit of a nervous round there. Very lucky to draw in the second, I think. Completely lost position. I started warming up. I drew with an FM, Steve Berry. I lost to Richard Pelt after having a crushing position, 227 IM. Then I drew with Clive Waters. Connor Woods I lost. That was a game which the fire alarm went off during the game from a symmetrical English. Oh well. Gibson, yeah, that was the second week. So after the Sunday, I had a relaxing Sunday, and that was a great win, my first win, and I was starting to be cheered up. Then I had 2 wins in a row, beat 180 the next day, so I was getting quite happy by that stage. Then I managed to lose to Mike Surtees with Jovanka Huska, who he had just crushed the day before, just sitting next to us. So it was quite funny. I don't know, I just thought it was an amusing situation. Stephen Barrett, that was another nice win, but I think I was completely lost. I was a piece up. Sorry, he was a piece up for nothing. And then the last round I was completely shattered to play it because I was scared of playing Gary Quillen. I really didn't want to play this guy in the last round, 2-on-3. So that was the British Championship. Hertfordshire, managed to lose 2 games overall, but otherwise it was a good season for me in the Hertfordshire. I averaged about 197 according to the Hearts League website. So a win there against WIM. That was, I think, the first game of the season, 198 WIM. Paul Byway, who's an FM, 178. Stone, who's nearly an FM, but not quite, but very high. I drew with him, but also I beat him in the return game, in the second game encounter. Kandeka, I beat him from that was slight F-file pressure. Maybe he should have drawn it. Clark, that was an awful draw. He had tons of pressure. Maybe could have converted that with accurate play to a win. Jesset Winty played the exchange French against me and kind of wound me up. I had a good position, but then I missed Bishop D6 and it all went downhill. Norman Hutchinson was he missed Queen B4 check and his position collapsed in the centre. He said he experimented with Bishop C4. He shouldn't have done that. He should have played his normal C3 Sicilian strategy. Roger Lancaster, he had a totally crushing position with black and French defence, playing C5, that open terrace variation, a bit uncomfortable against that, and yeah, for some reason he accepted my draw offer, just as I was getting completely murdered with 2 rooks, on the G file and everything pointing at my king. So this was one of my favourite games, the return game against Andrew Stone. So a nice exchange sack and trying to trap his queen, but just getting a crushing position. The last round, oh god, I had a bit of a cold. I really didn't want to play by that stage on that evening. And Philip played really well though. He got the 2 bishops early on because of this surprise opening that I played, but I didn't really know it that well. And I played E5 instead of C5, and the whole thing went a bit pear-shaped later because he just took on E5, and I didn't expect that. So yeah, 2 losses there in the Hertfordshire League. Middlesex League. So this was playing for Muswell Hill on board 1. I got a bit done over, and some games I shouldn't have lost, I managed to lose. Some games I should have lost, I managed to draw. This one against Tom Ford. So that was a pleasant start to the season, but the Philidor opening he played. Bit passive. I tried to hack him up with G4. Muirs, yeah, this was really unfortunate because I was a piece up here and I just had bit of time pressure before the first time, which I managed to blow the whole position. John Best, that was a very lucky draw. I don't know if he felt sorry for me, and I was completely lost there. I offered the timely draw. Alan Perkins completely just murdered me because I thought he'd just hanged a pawn by accident, but it was a brilliant positional sack. He had a massive knight on D4. Dominic Ford in the return game, that was an awful game. I tried this King's game, I didn't really know what I was doing. Well, part of Vienna, he just played a quick G5 and G4, and that was awful. I was just lucky again with a draw offer there. John Cox, I should have drawn that, and I managed to blow a great rook and pawn ending position, just trying to stop his king from coming out, so putting all my pawns in a row for them to be taken. Manion, Athenaeum, I think I forgot what that game was about. Chernev, the Russian GM, yeah, he completely murdered me from the opening. I was not doing that well. Was this McMahonian game? Oh, that's gone. That's completely gone from my memory. FNAM. Oh, yeah. He came. That was a home match. Yeah, Sicilian defence, and my queen was going everywhere, left and right and centre, and it was, he had a lot of time pressure, and I managed to convert that. So I managed to salvage a 175 performance from the Middlesex League. So compared to the 197 of the Hearts, that was a bit disappointing. North Circular was very, very perky. No losses at all in the North Circular. I don't know why. Had a bit of luck. My good friend Kostas Karyonis, though, maybe as part of that, because we weren't trying too hard to beat each other, to be honest. He's got the channel fat and mad. So there were two very exciting games, especially, the second game more exciting, the King's Engine defence encounter. Anyway, so William Franklin, Ilford, Franklin, that game slipped my mind. I don't know. Larry Marden, that was a Slav. Was that Slav defence? Actually, these games are going from my head as well. Sorry, Hasman, Wood Green. One of the draws, I was crushing him in the black side of the King's Engine. The other draw was, Alvin Countergamut? No, I'm not sure. Actually, this is gone. Goldberg, Jeff Goldberg. That has been video annotated. That game, I believe. Oh yeah, that was a Slav defence with a quick e5, a sort of gambit straight after we played knight c3. Hannibal, this was the solid draw with the Slav. I think the second encounter was the King's Engine. I was better against Hasman the piece up, but he managed to get rid of all my pawns. John Hodgson, I had a really dodgy piece sack on e5, which he didn't need to take, but he did, and he exposed my massive bishop on b7, and he got hacked. David Sands, he just collapsed, towards a time. A point where he would have got more time. He played a blunder, lost the pawn, then lost about 3 pawns down after that, and just lost. So that was one of my. So towards the end of that season in the North Circle, I'd beaten like 3 people about 190. So John Hodgson, David Sands, and someone else. Maybe it was Jeff actually. 2 people above 190 there at the end. It was great at the end of that. Gibraltar, I didn't know this was going to be counted for ECF rating, so that was a bit of a disaster. Although I scored 5 out of 10, and these are FIDE rating conversions, I didn't know this was going to be ECF rated. Mind you, they've all got asterisks next to them, so let's hope they're not, because this guy's an FM, a strong Argentinian FM. Maybe he's not 194. It's just a conversion, and I really, it's a completely different time control, getting a minute for each move. And to be honest, I don't know, I wasn't in the mood in that tournament, going to Gibraltar. I don't know, I didn't really get into it, except in later rounds after this this lecture given about the rise of Coulson. So I sort of calmed down a bit towards the end of the tournament. But at the start, I was just playing too quickly. So that's going to wreck my rating.